On in, folks. Christmas. Come on in. Trying to get the lipstick straight. I'll just blot it real good. Come on in. My nose is itching. Where is everybody? Y'all taking a nap? I think we need to play a song to wake us up. Let's play a song. Let's see what song it's going to be. This will get you going. Let me go back to the beginning. I wasn't today. Yesterday I was.
Sometimes I think the sun is rising too soon.
But I am yawning, and I hope it's
over
contagious.
my head. But then I think of all I've got to do now. First thing is to get my body out of this bed. So I get up, here I go. Even if I'm starting slow, I'm smiling, I'm moving. Gotta get this body moving, thinking up. Kind of thoughts, gonna give this new day all I've got. And in no time at all, things are going my way. Gonna have an up kind of day. Up and up kind of day. Up and up kind of day. I know sometimes there will be things that get me down. My day won't always go the way that I planned. But I'm a tough kid, I can deal with it. I'll make the best of it, I know that I can. So I get up, here I go. Even if I'm starting slow, I'm smiling, I'm grooving. Gotta get this body.
Oh my goodness.
Thinking up, kind of thoughts. Gonna give this new day all I got. And in no time at all, things are going my way. Gonna have an up kind of day. An up kind of day. Up and up kind of day. Even if my day seems low, nowhere for my dreams to go, I'll still reach for the sky. It's time to watch me fly on an up kind of day. Yeah. Up on an up kind of day. So I get up, here I go. Even if I'm starting slow, I'm smiling, I'm moving. Gotta get this body moving, thinking up. Kind of thoughts, gonna give this new day all I got. And in no time at all, things are going my way. Gonna have an up kind of day. An up kind of day, yeah. An up kind of day, yeah. An up kind of day.
Oh. Well, that didn't stop my yawning, did it? Oh my goodness. I bet I yawned 5 times during that show. I guess I need to be talking so I won't be yawning. In my studio, I get a collection of hair barrettes. They just collect, and then I can't find them, and they're right here on my desk. So get on in here, everybody. Today's the last day to get anything ordered from the fly shop. So take care of it. And anything that gets ordered after today will be shipped out as soon as we get back from Christmas. That's on January the 2nd. Anyway, folks, let's get some stuff done. Let's get it done. I entitled this show A Two-Butt Kitchen. When we remodeled our kitchen in 2000, that's been 24 years ago, y'all. 24 years ago. Beforehand, we had a little, think of one window over your kitchen sink. And we had a back door that went out onto the porch. We had a stove with a little countertop and another little countertop, and it turned in the sink. And then we had these cabinets above this countertop, and we just had a one butt kitchen. I mean, it was so small. It was terrible. Just it was claustrophobic. One day, I'd had enough. Just had enough. So I went into the kitchen and I stacked up some books. I emptied out this cabinet, and this cabinet was as long as a twin size bed. Now, how do I know that? Because I put a mattress on it and turned it into a twin size bed with storage underneath. So I had this cabinet and it was screwed into the ceiling. So I put big books underneath it, stacked them up, got up there with a screwdriver and unscrewed this thing from the ceiling. And then gradually I took one book out at a time and lowered it down to the countertop. And then I slowly lowered it down to the floor. And I was able to slide it into on the carpet into right here where I'm sitting right now. It was right here on the floor. And I turned this room, which was filled up with junk, turned this room into an extra bed. I was determined. I couldn't see Robert when I was in the kitchen. I couldn't see out of the kitchen, so I just felt closed in. And then that opened up the kitchen like you wouldn't believe. You just wouldn't believe it. And I was so happy. We still had a one butt kitchen, but at least I could see out, you know. And it was interesting. We had a back door that would open up into the refrigerator. And it was just a hot mess pretty much. I know there's a girl on YouTube that she deals with the hot mess lake house that they bought and her remodeling it. It's so nice to get your hair. Yeah, it is nice. I need to get my hairs done. But hey, I'm I'm not in a hurry. Anyway, folks, we eventually turned our side porch, which was underneath our existing roof. We turned our side porch into our kitchen and dining area. And it's open. I've got picture windows over the stove, and that whole wall is windows. The end of the house is just windows. I have a picture window over the sink, and from the corner of the house, that whole wall is windows. And then we have a picture window, and I still have a one butt kitchen. Because when Robert's in the kitchen, I have to stay out of there. It's just how it is. He doesn't come in the kitchen when I'm working, and I don't go in the kitchen when he's working. Now, I do ask him things like, he couldn't find the oatmeal a while ago. He was going to make his little old lady cookies, and he could not find the oatmeal. And you want to know why he couldn't find the oatmeal? Because he had stuffed granola in front of the oatmeal. So I put the granola in the carafe that it belongs in, and he found his oatmeal. Yeah, it's getting long. I'll hide it. Anyway, it's not as long as it has been in the past. Teenage past. Justin was 5 years old. It was all the way down to my butt. Speaking of butts, but we still have a one butt kitchen. Now, it's not as claustrophobic anymore because the windows are all beautiful, just absolutely beautiful. And it's still a one butt kitchen because I have been decluttering my kitchen cabinets just to make it easier so he could get in there and do things. And now he still can't find anything. And I've left things right where they belong. He has some white milk glass mixing bowls that he loves. And those are the ones I kept because he loved them. I kept a couple of big stainless steel mixing bowls because you never know when you need to make a lot of something. I kept those, and it's good for washing vegetables and different things. It's like a dish pan. And we I just didn't really move things. I moved the mixing bowls up to the top shelf instead of the bottom shelf, which makes it easier to get them. You don't have to get down on your knees. So it's just, I'm reading your comments. Somebody talking about going to the grocery store and looking at the eggnog. We bought some eggnog we didn't like. We drank it, but we didn't like it. And I don't even know the name of the eggnog we got, but it's. I used to make boiled custard, and Robert didn't like my boiled custard. And I love my boiled custard, but he would have to dose it full of nutmeg or something, and this comes that way. Anyway, the phone's ringing. Have y'all gotten anything done today? I hope the old lady cookies. No, they're in the refrigerator getting cold. He baked the cookies that he wanted to bake from yesterday. He put them in the refrigerator, and they were pretty good. I got a test cookie. It's chocolate and cherry chunks, and it's pretty good. Jennifer's finished her shopping. Sherry wrapped more packages. But the little old lady cookies are my favorite, even when they mess up. And he wads them up in balls because he didn't like the way they spread out on the cookie sheet. They're still good. They are still good. But they're made with oatmeal. It's sort of an oatmeal cookie base. And he takes the oatmeal and puts about a half a stick of butter in it and stirs it around until it absorbs the butter. And that's the base for the cookie. I'll see if he's real picky about holding on to his recipes. The December mission is my favorite. Yeah, making cookies. I kept the cookie recipes there right at the top. Yeah, eggnog makes pretty good breakfast drink, but we have it in the evening. We have a little glass of it. And Robert couldn't print the recipe out because our power went out the other day, and it messes up his printer in the basement just like it messes up my printer up here. Well, folks, we got stuff to do. I'm reminiscing about one butt kitchens, two butt kitchens. It's never, kitchen's not big enough for me and somebody else. It's just, even though it's open to the house, I have to stay out of Robert's way and he has to stay out of mine. Who else works crossword puzzles? Robert loves, he's been working the Monday crossword puzzle, the New York Times. We subscribe to the New York Times so I can print out his puzzles. His favorites are Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But on Monday, somebody that he follows on a blog, in the comments, somebody said, the Monday puzzles are really pitiful. And for a skilled crossword puzzle aficionado, they said, don't only work the puzzles from the across clues. Don't work it from the down clues. And Robert's been doing that for about 3 weeks now. And he says it's hard, but he can get it all done. A cozy kitchen, Marnie. That's cute. When I lived up at Balsam Grove, I had a country kitchen. I had a sink and a stove, and I had an antique wood stove. So when the power went out, I could still cook because I had this antique cook stove. Patera's got one of them too, and so does Hillbilly Holler. She's got one. I really can't get addicted to any kind of word games. Plus, I don't spell well, and it's difficult. I like numbers, equations, and things like that. They get me on Twitter. So, folks, y'all got work to do, cookies to bake. Now, one year I did gingerbread cookies with my grandchildren, and what I did was take and cut a slice of dough about this thick round, and Robert made them their own little rolling pins, and they rolled out the dough, and then they took the cookie cutters and cut things out. And they had the best time. They only messed with a little dough at a time. We put some parchment paper down and they rolled it on that. Didn't make a whole lot of mess, and then they got to decorate them after they cooked. Well, y'all, be good, kind, and sweet. Take some time to make some memories. It's going to be a good weekend for it. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Y'all just take some time and enjoy yourself. Can anyone answer my question, please? Traveling, leaving Friday. What's your question? I didn't see it, Deborah. Let me see if I can scroll back. We're having question and answer day tomorrow morning. Patty's already sent them to me. I don't see your question. Ask it again, Deborah. I don't see it. Can anyone answer my questions, please? Traveling, leaving Friday. I don't see a question there. So if somebody could tell me what her question was, I will be happy to answer it. Morning. See, this Patty's not in here. She is on her Christmas vacation with her son. Deborah Brace. Can you freeze Christmas cookies, brownies, and homemade carrot? Yes, you can. I freeze the cookie dough and then let it thaw in my refrigerator. Brownies, I've never frozen brownies, but a homemade carrot cake, yeah, you can stick that in the freezer. You can stick each layer in the freezer and then ice it as it's frozen, and then it stays together really well. And then you just let it thaw on the counter. So, yeah, sorry I missed that. But I went and found it. Can you freeze brownies and cookies? Yeah, you can. What is your website that listed the reading of the Bible in a month schedule? Rebecca, it's on our website. I made up my own. I didn't use anybody else's. Somebody said they were doing 39 chapters a day, and I went in and got a list of all the books of the Bible and how many chapters were in each book. And I did 40 chapters because 40 is a big number in the Bible. You know, it rained for 40 days and nights. Jesus was in the desert for 40 days. When you look, Moses was exiled from Egypt for 40 years. They traveled from Egypt, the Israelites, for 40 years in the desert. So 40 was a big number for me. So I went through and figured it all out. There is on flylady.net. If you scroll down, you'll see our morning musing, an Ask Fly Lady question, and you'll see Fly Lady Live. I think I have on a red sweater or something. If you click on that, the Bible readings are right there. I am just got through Jeremiah, getting ready to go into Lamentations. So I do the Bible recap with Yarlee. I don't know who that is. Well, we're just reading the Bible. I'm listening to it. The next time I do it, we're going to do it every month. So January, I'm going to be actually reading the 40 chapters. I just think about Jesus doing 40 days. Yeah. My son gets the keto flu. I never have. I think it's good to fast. It's good for Patty and I fasted one time for 23 days. And it was amazing. I totally reset my whole body. I just had liquids and I just reset my whole body. Okay, folks. There have been people who have fasted a whole year. But I did 23 days during Lent one year. And it was good. I found out I could do it. I like to do about a 20-hour fast. So I don't get hungry until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I go from about 6:30 till about 2 o'clock the next day, fasting just about every day. We got some bad people in here. Block? Yeah, I'm fast on the block. We don't usually have guys in here. We have Peter and we have TG. What liquids did you? I drank water. And I drank some chicken broth, but I didn't do much else of that. I don't use any sweets or maybe some tea, hot tea, but I didn't drink anything with sugar in it. We hadn't heard from him. Patty's gonna email him. Anyway, sometimes we don't hear from people, but we can still pray for them. Well, folks, y'all be good, kind, and sweet. Pace yourself. Play a game. Put on some good music. Put on a Christmas movie. Anyway, I love you all. I will see you tomorrow. We have question and answer day. Catch you later. Bye.